If you ain't gonna kill Luke, which we know you ain't gonna kill Luke, why are we even doing this with you? What's good, everybody? Welcome to Whole Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. Today, we're going to be discussing Obi Wan. We're going to be looking at some scenes, talking about the good things, talking about the bad things, and just discussing the show in general. Subscribe to the page, engage in the conversation, drop comments in the comment section. What did you think about Obi Wan as a series? That's the question that I want to know. I feel like this. The finale was good. The show was some mid. And the reason why I would say that the show was some mid and say that it wasn't the best of Star Wars series is mainly due to, I would say, bad writing and unnecessary characters. We all know who I feel the unnecessary character is. It's Reva. The fact that she's present and she got a story arc that her character moved more as a character than Obi-Wan did. I didn't like that. I feel like this show had a lot of fan service. And that's cool. I'm not mad about that. I didn't expect too much depth from Obi-Wan because we know that one, he's not gonna die or suffer any kind of new injuries. We know where his story goes from here. But at the same time, I thought we would get something a little bit more focused on him and any kind of growth that he would have to do. I guess moving from being a hermit where he was on Tatooine and cut off from the Force and not practicing and not doing anything, to more of a position of taking up leadership and kind of watching over Luke and Leia and really being mentally prepared for the day that they would have to be called into action. And I don't feel like we got too much of that. Maybe if there's a season 2, we might get more of that. Hopefully they can listen to fans and realize that fans did not want new characters introduced. We want more from the characters that we love. But I don't feel like the show was horrible. We did have some good episodes, some good moments throughout this 6-episode ride. The best moment coming in the finale, and I'm talking about that lightsaber fight. I'm gonna show you a bit of footage if they allow me to leave it up. And listen, first things first about this scene. With the first episode coming out, my thought was, I hate Tatooine. I need to get us away from Tatooine. So I was glad that when they mentioned Tatooine at the end of the second to last episode, episode 5, I'm glad that they didn't bring us back to Tatooine and they chose to have this lightsaber fight on a planet that is unlike anything else that we've ever seen in Star Wars. We have huge, like, rock formations. Great stuff. We have a planet in the background. I made a video earlier in the season complaining like, hey, give us some planets in the backgrounds. So cool stuff that we get here. Look at Obi-Wan. Just look at him in that fierce stance that he's in. I was very happy to see it. The lighting of this scene as I watch it, the lighting here makes me believe that this is practical lightsaber. So while there will be effects added, you know, with the little sparks flying and you know, the sabers whooshing and the noise that gets added, they're actually lighted sticks on set that give it a real practical, almost real feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually get the blue coming off Obi-Wan. We get the red coming off Vader. It's nice to see. Talking about Vader, every time he's on screen, he's more and more intimidating. He's more and more devious as a character. So we get to see him here more nimble than we've ever seen Vader move before. I think back to that hallway scene on Rogue One. He was impressive on that scene. Like he did go through there and tear some people up and he did a lot. But his nimbleness here during this lightsaber fight, great stuff. Very glad to see it. You know the worst part about this lightsaber fight is the fact that as we watch this fight unfold, we get cut away at least 2 or 3 times to go deal with Reva and her nonsense. Remember everybody, I'm not talking about Moses Ingram. At this point, I've conceded that she's just acting as a very badly written and directed character. They pushed with that character so hard, and then they changed directions and gave her a redemption arc, which 1 is unwarranted, 2 unnecessary. Like, we're not here for you, we're here for Obi-Wan. So I was upset that as I watched the episode, they kept cutting away to Reva. I was cool to see Owen and his wife defend the little farmhouse out there in Tatooine. That was cool that they was mentally prepared, ready to defend their homes. But at the same time, if you ain't gonna kill Luke, which we know you ain't gonna kill Luke, why are we even doing this with you? That's ultimately how I felt about her and that whole story of like, oh, I'm getting close enough to kill Vader, and oh, I'm not strong enough, I'll kill his kid. Like, get out of here. Ain't nobody want to see that from you. We want to see Obi-Wan. So getting back to the lightsaber fight, after Obi-Wan like crawls out of the cave that Darth Vader put him in, just like buried him in the rocks. It was a cool scene too. We get to see the best image, which is Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan raising his hands and lifting all those rocks to throw at Vader. It reminded me of Magneto. I want to say it's in Apocalypse, the X-Men Apocalypse movie, where he got the metal all around him and he just like, and he throws it and it's like, yes, this is what we want to see. Using the Force in a useful way, not just pushing boxes or moving things, like you really using this to devastate your enemy. Great stuff, great use of the location. Oh, it was a magical scene. I'm so happy that it unfolded the way that it did. Overall, that lightsaber fight was enough to give me, to give the episode high marks in my opinion. But the show, as a show, it just didn't hit all the way. You don't have a lot of meaningful stuff coming from Obi-Wan's character. You do have a lot of movement from the Reva character, a character that nobody wanted, nobody asked for. And you have other characters who like have little, bright spots, but it's like ultimately, where are those characters? We have the fake Jedi Haja, and I'm like, I would have liked to see more from him. He would have been cool to see. We got O'Shea Jackson Jr., whose last line on the show is, "I'm just getting started." And then later on, he talks about how hype he is to be in the Star Wars universe. And my thing is, I really hope that was like a foreboding line. Like, give me more of him in some type of leadership role. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope to see. I would be excited for it. I would be on board for it. Maybe not like a whole show or nothing like that, but multiple cameos throughout these other properties. That would be great and nice to see. A person who's doing things and having, some power, see him rise up. That would be nice to see too. But did we get any of that from him? Nah. We got Reva, and we got her going from, full villain to redeemable character. The fact that everything had wrapped up with Luke and Reva and Leia, and you still had like 20 minutes left of show. Really was like 15, but it was 15 minutes of fluff. There was nothing meaningful that went on in those 15 minutes. You have a conversation with Darth Vader and the Emperor. You have a conversation with Senator Organa and Obi-Wan and Leia and all that. And it's like, I guess. Nothing major. You got Obi-Wan going back to the farm and talking to him. It's like, I guess. I think that the show was cool. It was good. It could have been great had you not given us so much of these characters that we didn't ask for and give us what we were expecting and what we wanted. Obi Wan Kenobi, we want Obi Wan Kenobi, not Reva with Obi-Wan over there doing something like that. Anyway, lightsaber fight was dope. Episode was very good, very entertaining. I'm happy with the show. Just not over the moon about it. Please let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching so far. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.